global anomaly descends. Everyone can awaken abilities by sacrificing items. Some sacrificed limited edition private jets. Summoning starfighter mechs. Some sacrificed a whole gold nugget, turning into steel skin giants. But I, Chun-Yi, sacrificed a bottle of ancestral nether soul severing glue. Everyone around thought I was insane. Even my girlfriend of 3 months, Su-Ching, grabbed her designer bag and ran off with a rich heir, Zhao Kai. Before leaving, she threw out a line.
Chun-Yi, you're only fit for this trash in this life. You'll never amount to anything.
But they don't know. My eyes hide a secret. Others can't see. I can see the altar's hidden messages and analyze all items from sacrificial feedback. Right now, golden text floats before. The altar in the square's center, visible only to me. Altar. Karmic need. A void colossus just awoke from a billion-year slumber. Its taste is degraded to the extreme, craving a flavor that pierces the soul, burning and agonizing. My heart races wildly. A forgotten memory surges up. This nether soul severing chili paste was left to me by my grandfather on his deathbed, made from 49 types of fermented venomous peppers. Once curious, I licked it. The throat burn lasted 5 whole days. Even drinking water felt like swallowing blades. No carbon-based. Life could handle this dark cuisine. But for that taste blind, void colossus, this might be the delicacy it's dreamed of. So what if Chun-Yi got cheated on? In this new world of shattered rules, success depends on the right sacrifice. Against the crowd surging towards the altar, I dash back to my rental, dig out the dusty wooden box. That nether soul-severing chili paste lies inside. The label's crimson words sting. Brave ones halt. This burns the soul. My hands tremble with excitement. Betting everything this time, I don't rush back. I boot up my old laptop. In the early chaos, information is survival. Sure enough, half an hour post-altar, the net is collapsing. Screens flood with awakening altar talk. Panic and speculation spread. A pinned expose makes my pupils shrink. A samurai in Japan sacrificed a family heirloom sword, but attracted a purgatory demon. An entire block was slaughtered. The price of failure is becoming monster food. This confirms my theory. Precisely matching the altar's requirement is the key to survival or death. Right after that, another trending topic pops up. A Middle Eastern oil tycoon made a sacrifice. He offered a whole truck full of rubies, and the altar burst in a brilliant blue light. The life vine rewarded him, granting him the superpower to control plants. Blue light corresponds to high quality. Looks like the brightness level determines the strength of the reward item. Just then, an emergency federal alert pops up. Each person can only sacrifice at the altar 3 times per day, and only once at the same altar. Don't try blindly. 3 chances a day. Each one can rewrite your fate. A hot post on the forum reveals. All surveillance equipment, all of them, were destroyed by psychic pulses. What this means is, social order is about to collapse. Violence and plunder will break out soon. But to me, this is perfect cover for my plan. At 10 p.m., I tuck my ghost soul-sealing glue gun in my clothes and sneak back to the square like a ghost. The area around the altar is a total mess. Discarded cheap trinkets and broken phones are everywhere. After confirming no one's around, I place the bottle of chili sauce right in the center of the altar. After 3 seconds of dead silence, a blood-red pillar of light suddenly shoots straight up into the sky. It pierces through the clouds, dyeing the entire city blood-red. Even kilometers away, countless civilians fall to their knees, staring in terror at this apocalyptic scene. When the light pillar fades, a black egg the size of a basketball lies quietly on the altar. Lava-like lines flow across its shell. It's still burning hot. My innate gift activates instantly. Shadow Flame Dragon Egg. Mythic grade. After hatching, it'll become my lifelong battle pet. Once fully grown, it can tear apart the starry sky and devour divine power. I'm over the moon. I grab the dragon egg and evacuate quickly. Meanwhile, the Federal Bureau of Paranormal Affairs has already locked onto the position of the red light. Back at my rental apartment, I hide the dragon egg in the wardrobe. Looking at the clock, there's still an hour until midnight when the daily sacrifice limit resets. A mythic grade dragon egg is powerful, but it takes time to hatch. I have to make good use of my remaining 2 chances. I set my destination to the abandoned textile factory in the north of the city. It's been derelict for years, with complex terrain. As I pack my bag, I pick all sorts of outlandish stuff. A can of Fuhai ink sack that expired 3 years ago. A crazy stream of consciousness poetry collection I bought in college just to look cool. Half a bottle of pungent lei ting medicated oil. An old kerosene lamp, and also the group photo Su-Ching left me, carrying strong negative emotion. Maybe karma can break these evil occult schemes. Right before I leave, Su-Ching calls me. I block and delete her number straight away. Right at this moment, she is cuddling in Zhao Kai's arms, mocking me as a useless loser who hoards garbage. Little does she know that what she sees is garbage. Has already put a mythic grade opportunity right in my hands. I slip through the dark alleyways. I encountered a power awakener. Zhao Kai's lackey was harassing a woman. The key on her waist caught my attention. Textile factory basement key. Opens the military reserve zone. I gripped the alloy bat, ambushing from behind. Took him out cleanly, got the key. Sounds of a fight inside. Clearly, others are here. Coveting the secrets here, I hid in the shadows. Waited for the fight to die down, then slipped into Workshop 3. Found a second altar under an abandoned loom. It connects to the 8 to 9 plane, the corrupt swamp, the causality requirement. A plagued necromancer with anorexia. Hates fresh flesh. Craves the taste of rot infused with twisted vitality. I smirked, pulling out a triple-layered plastic bag, containing a foul, stench demon sack. Pulled the tab. A stench of mud and dead fish filled the air. The dark red patterns on the altar writhed madly. Erupted in a sickly green light. A slime-covered black letter tome slowly materialized. Name: Tome of Foul Toxins. Function: mastery over viruses and corrosive force. Devour viruses to level up. Just as I absorbed the tome, footsteps echoed outside. Someone was drawn by the green light. I ducked back into the shadows. Activated foul toxin. Corroded the pursuer's shoes into mud. Seized the chance to rush for the basement warehouse. In the center of the 3-level deep military warehouse stood an altar made of gears and clockwork parts. slowly turning. Alter ID 999 connects to the plane of mechanical ascension. Causality requirement. The machine overmind cannot comprehend human art. Requires a sample of extreme mental chaos to perfect its logic. I pulled out that book of frenzied stream of consciousness poetry. Tossed it into the altar's gears. Instantly, the altar shook violently. A blinding white light erupted. A data cube floated out. Name, Omniversal Core, legendary. Function, supercomputing power. Capable of tactical simulation, data intrusion, and activating absolute defense. Just then, the Omniversal Core flashed a warning. 12 armed personnel approaching, including a pyrokinetic awakener. And a shadow flame dragon egg in my arms suddenly grew scalding hot. The shell began to crack. The little one was hatching. I dashed into the vault, just shut the door. The eggshell shattered completely. A palm-sized black dragon crawled out, covered in jet black scales. Outside the vault, gunfire and explosions erupted. I pushed the door open. Haze poison mist spread through the vents. The shadow flame dragon became a shadow, darting into the dark corridor. The pyrokinetic was directing his men to clear out mutated rats. The moment they inhaled the mist, their skin began to fester. Guns rusted and jammed. The shadow flame dragon bit clean through. The pyrokinetic awakener's calf. The chaotic fire surged through the wound, searing his soul. The remaining minions were terrified out of their wits. I held the bone-skinning knife. With the tactical simulations from the Myriad Core, I took out all enemies in 5 minutes. While looting, I found a few low-grade psychic crystals. My talent showed they could be used as universal altar currency. Then, my phone in my pocket suddenly received an emergency broadcast. Zhao Kai's family posted a bounty. 100 pounds of rice for any clue on Chunyi. 10 psychic crystals for his head. And a chance to join West Mountain Shelter. Zhao Kai, Suqing. The game has just begun. A flash of killing intent passed through my eyes. With a well-fed shadow, Night dragon headed to the top floor of the steel plant. There was another special altar there, and today's 3. Offering chances had refreshed. The east began to pale. On a rooftop platform, a pure white altar floated, emitting a holy glow. Altar number 001. Connected to the plane, divine realm of light. The proud god of light seeks a proxy, desiring items of pure faith and devotion. I pulled out that success manual printed with the false saint's gospel. Placing the book on the altar, I feigned piety, even making a cross. A platinum light, brighter than the sun, shot into the sky. Angel hymns seemed to echo in the air. As the light faded, a white robe fell into my hands. Name, False Saint's armor. Donning the False Saint's armor, my sinister aura was instantly replaced by a holy sense. Just then, a massive boom came from downtown. An S-class creature, Lava Titan, descended. And in the sky, altar number 000, covering the firmament, revealed its outline, connecting to the arena of the gods, demanding a feast of slaughter from the strongest. So all altars are harvesters for higher dimensional life forms. Awakened ones are just the goo worms they cultivate. As I pondered, shouts came from downstairs in the residential area. Zhao Kai's men had come looking for me. I adjusted the False Saint's armor and walked out of the stairwell. With a compassionate smile. Everyone, I am here to save you. Hypocritical words activated. The dozen or so fierce-looking thugs instantly became dazed, kneeling down one after another, worshipping me as God. I took the opportunity to guide them. Zhao Kai is blinded by a demon. Follow me to the purification altar. The massive procession headed for the West Mountain Villa district. Mutated creatures along the way were frenziedly cleared by my believers. At the villa gate, guards with guns blocked the way. I said softly, Uncle Chun, all who stand in the way are heretics. Corrosive poison mist erupted instantly. Snipers choked on the spot. Darkwing Flare Dragon smashed through the second floor French window, taking out the ambushing fire element awakened. In the hall, Zhao Kai slumps on the sofa. His shotgun trembles as it points at me. Suqing hides behind him, her makeup smeared.
Chen Yi. How did you?
I step closer, the all-sphere core deploying an absolute defense. The shotgun's pellets collide with an invisible barrier, clattering to the ground. Zhao Kai, you put a bounty on my head. 10 psychic crystals? That's too cheap. I press my hand to his crown, slowly injecting corrupting poison. In this new world, money can't buy life, but life can be traded for money. Zhao Kai lets out a piercing scream. His body slowly rots away. Suqing rushes over and clings to my leg, sobbing. She claims she was forced and tries to seduce me. I activate my talent, seeing through her hidden karma. 10 minutes ago, you suggested Zhao Kai capture me as bait to lure the monsters. I kick her away and fling open the villa door, killing you with dirty my hands. Let the monsters outside entertain you. The Lava Titan senses the shadow. Flame Dragon's mythic level aura. I stand on the balcony. Activating the all-sphere core, I dismantle and reassemble the entire West Mountain's power grid, security, systems, even the luxury cars, transforming them into a giant electromagnetic cannon. My followers, devote yourselves to the light. Countless survivors kneel. Their faith is converted into energy by the epilogue armor. A 10-meter wide blue beam fires, blasting through the Titan's chest. The Shadow Flame Dragon seizes the chance, pouncing. Its chaos flame burns the core. After devouring the Titan's core, the Shadow Flame Dragon evolves to its growth stage. Wingspan over 3 meters. Unlocks Dragon's Breath Inferno and lava control skills. 7 days later, West Mountain Refuge becomes Cloud City's sole holy land. Countless survivors flock here. Through the all-sphere core, I capture electromagnetic waves, learning the global situation. The North has an Ice Queen, establishing the Frost Kingdom. The West has an army of cyborgs. Deep in the Eastern Sea, Leviathans approach. But the true threat is Altar 000, high in the firmament. I take out 3 key items. The Hellbrand from Altar 4. Fragment of Pseudolite armor from Altar 001. The Logic Core from Altar 999. I fuse the 3 items into the all-sphere core. 3 powers collide and intertwine, forming a gray vortex of destruction. Space shatters like a mirror, revealing the god's control room at the void's end. Several high-risk entities watch the global carnage on screens.
This mere insect dares to spy on the divine throne?
I stand in the void, the shadow flame dragon swelling to a kilometer long, carrying me into the void. Ha ha ha, you dare call yourselves gods. You're just spectators hiding behind screens. I let out a mad laugh. Corrosive toxic power, all-seeing cube computing power at full throttle, shattering divine punishment, crashing into the god's control room. Screen shatter. The higher dimensional life forms dissipate. The void storm calms. A new era rises from the ruins. I stand beneath the shattered sky, the shadow flame dragon circling beside me. I know this rebellion never ends. But from today on, Earth's fate is in our hands. The Void Controller's wreckage slowly fades into the chaotic storm. I clutch the blood-stained, bone-skinning knife, standing on the back of the kilometer-long world-ending demon dragon. Its scales shimmer with dark golden light. As its wings beat, the air currents they stir shred the clouds. Below is the ink-black void, and spatial rifts slowly healing. The once Cloud City is now just a half-shattered skyscraper piercing through the smoke. In the direction of West Hill Villas, the Titan-turned black stone mountain glistens coldly under the sun. The all-seeing cube suddenly projects the data stream.
Signals located at the North Pole, the Plateau, the Amazon rainforest, and the Mariana Trench. Signal signature. False altars controlled by the gods' followers are siphoning Earth's spiritual energy, attempting to summon remnants of the gods.
My fingertip traces the void. The data stream morphs into a 3D Earth model. 3 red dots flash like malignant tumors. We must root them out completely. The demon dragon folds its wings and accelerates violently, plunging down like black lightning. As it breaks through the atmosphere, it ignites a dazzling sonic boom cloud. Survivors on the ground look up when they see the sky obscuring demon dragon and me, clad in gray god-slaying armor on its back. Some fall to their knees in worship. Some raise weapons and roar. We're just lost. With the divine authority collapsed, they don't know what to believe in.
He killed the gods. He is the new god.
Someone in the crowd shouts, triggering a chain reaction. Countless others kneel. Their voices merge into a torrent. I frown slightly. The all-seeing cube amplifies my voice, carrying it to every corner of Cloud City. I'm not a god. Silence falls. The crowd falls deathly silent. The god saw us as playthings. I tell you now, humans need not worship any being. Have faith only in your own hands. From this day forward, there will be no altars to gods. Only places for humans to survive. Those willing to rebuild with me, stay. Those who wish to be puppets of the star gods, get out. The crowd is silent for a moment, then erupts in earth-shaking cheers. As for those remnants of the divine cult, trying to slip away, the all-seeing cube had already marked them. The demon dragon's inferno breath incinerates them to ash. 3 days later, I lead the consolidated survivors. We arrive at the Arctic ice field. Hidden beneath the ice here lies the first pseudo-altar. The ice surface is covered with eerie golden runes. The temperature is as low as -70 degrees Celsius. Yet dark red spiritual energy seeps from the ice cracks. Activating the Eye of Insight, lines of golden text appear, identifying the altar as number 002. Controller, God's Evolver. Light attribute. Perfect chance to test the God-devouring battle robe's power. I sneer, taking off my outer coat. The gray patterns on the God-slaying robe instantly light up. Dark golden chaotic energy swirling across my body.
Brother Chang, let us handle this.
The former blondie in the team raises a steel pipe high. Behind him are hundreds of awakened, including many with powers to control fire and earth. No need. I raise my hand to stop them. This is a remnant of God's will. Ordinary powers are useless. I leap down from the hover vehicle. The ice beneath my feet instantly freezes solid. The canine cube transforms in my palm into an energy spear, about 3 meters long. The spear tip flickers with intertwined light, blue-white electricity, and green toxic mist. Come out, you rats hiding under the ice. I growl. The spear plunges fiercely into the ice.
Those who blaspheme the gods shall die.
A blinding white light erupts from the ice fissure. 3 evolvers in pristine white robes float out gracefully. Their eyes have no pupils, only pure gold. In their hands, they hold long swords radiating.
A holy glow. Swords of purification to eradicate heresy.
God's purification? Here, it's God's funeral. Ah. The spear sweeps horizontally. Blue-white lightning tears through golden sword energy. Green toxic mist instantly envelopes one evolver. He lets out a shrill scream. His holy robe rapidly rots away, his body dissolving into black pus. The other 2 evolvers' pupils contract sharply. Clearly, they never expected their proud divine power to be so fragile. Flames of the god incinerate all. With a thought, the magic dragon dives down from the clouds. Chaos fire at the tip of its tail surges, transforming into a fire whip dozens of meters long, lashing viciously at the pseudo-altar. No, the evolvers roar, lunging toward the altar. But they're instantly struck and sent flying by the whip, their bodies burning to ash midair. The ice layer shatters with a thunderous crash, revealing the pseudo-altar below, 10 meters in diameter. At the altar's center, bullet-sized golden fragments float suspended, emitting faint divine will. I reach out and grasp. The fragments fly into my palm. The Eye of Insight immediately analyzes them. I toss the fragments toward the magic dragon. It opens its great maw and swallows them. As its throat works, a faint golden pattern ripples across its scales. White feathers have sprouted at the tips of his wings. The fusion of chaos and light is perfectly manifested on him. After dealing with the Arctic pseudokita, we rush nonstop to the Amazon rainforest. The pseudokita here is hidden within the heart of an ancient tree. The ancient tree is about 100 meters tall, its trunk covered in mechanical patterns, clashing with the rainforest's primal aura. Something's wrong. The Omni-Cube suddenly issues a warning.
High-intensity mechanical signal detected. Same source as mechanical altar 999.
My heart sank. Although the mechanical mainframe of Alter 999 was destroyed, its logic core was integrated into the Omni-Cube. How could it be a signal from the same source? Ambush! I signaled the team to halt. The demon dragon circled low, scanning the surroundings warily. The ground shook violently. Countless mechanical vines erupted from the soil, instantly entangling the ankles of over a dozen survivors. The ancient tree's trunk split open, revealing a mechanical core inside, filled with gears. A cold electronic voice sounded. Godslayer Chinyi detected. Residual program of mechanical main brain activated. Eliminate chaos contamination source. It's the residual consciousness of the mechanical main brain. It actually reconstructed its own program using the psychic energy of the pseudo-alter. The Omni-Cube attempts to invade its core. Intrusion in progress. I shouted a warning. The opponent's core has integrated divine remnants. Mechanical attribute computing power increased by 300%. Intrusion failed. Then we'll break it by force. I leaped towards the ancient tree. The war spear transformed into a giant axe, striking the mechanical core. The axe was deflected. The gears of the mechanical core spun madly, firing dozens of laser beams. The demon dragon's wings flapped, golden and black flames intertwining, to form a shield, blocking the lasers. I seized the chance to unleash the source of plague. Green toxic mist spread along the mechanical vines, corroding the metal structure with a sizzling sound. The fusion of machinery and divinity, I sneered. I pulled out the logic core fragment taken from Altar 999. You forgot. Your core logic is in my hands. I hurled the fragment at the mechanical core. It instantly merged inside. The electronic voice immediately became chaotic. Logical conflict. Divine program contradicts original logic. System crashing. The mechanical core's gears began to jam. Laser beams scattered. I seized the opportunity. The giant axe struck again. This time, the mechanical core shattered with a crash. Devour it, I said to the demon dragon. It swallowed the fragment in one gulp, its body swelling once more. Its speed and strength increased another notch. After finishing the rainforest pseudokita, the Omni-Cube analyzed the final residual signal and revealed the truth. The false altar in the Mariana Trench. The manipulators are the most loyal believers of the gods, the deep-sea divine servants. They hold fragments of the divine core in their hands, attempting to summon the mounts of the gods, the deep-sea behemoths. 7 days later, we arrived at the bottom of the Mariana Trench, in a deep-sea submarine modified by the omnipotent magic cube. It's pitch black here. The water pressure could crush steel. Yet, there's an area glowing with a faint blue light. That's the third false altar, constructed from deep-sea corals and black rocks, surrounded by dozens of humanoid figures, with fish bodies and tails, the deep-sea divine servants. Their eyes are the deep blue of the abyss, holding tridents, emanating a dual aura of divinity. And the ocean.
Shen Yi, you destroyed the god's altar. And killed the god's messenger. Today is your demise.
The lead deep-sea divine servant roared, pointing his trident at our submarine. Noisy. I opened the submarine hatch, the chaos dragon close behind. Moving through the deep sea like fish in water, the chaos fire didn't extinguish in the water, instead transforming into streams of ghostly blue flame.
Awaken, deep sea behemoth.
The trench floor began to shake violently. A creature the size of an aircraft carrier slowly rose. It had the body of a whale, tentacles of an octopus, and blood-red eyes. An S+ grade creature. Deep sea divine level, a remnant of the god's mounts. The omnipotent cube projected an analysis. Weak point, the head core. It fears the dual attributes of chaos and light. Dragon, attack the head. I commanded. My war spear fused 3 powers once more. I'll handle the servants. The chaos dragon roared, charging at the deep-sea divine beast. Its wing beats stirred massive currents. The ghostly blue chaos fire scorched the behemoth's tentacles. The tentacles instantly charred. The deep-sea divine beast let out a pained roar. A massive tentacle slammed towards the dragon, but it nimbly dodged, simultaneously biting down on the beast's head. On the other side, green poisonous mist diffused through the seawater. The fishtails of the deep-sea servants began to rot. The divine glow of their tridents gradually dimmed. The gray halo of the god-slaying robe suppressed their divinity. With each clash, a servant dissolved into pus. Core attack. I leaped onto the deep-sea divine beast's head. My war spear aimed straight at its blood-red eye.
No!
The lead servant lunged to block me, but I reversed my spear and pierced his chest. The spear plunged deep into the deep-sea divine beast's eye. Blue-white lightning, green poison mist, and chaos power erupted simultaneously. The beast's head core was instantly destroyed. It let out one final, earth-shaking roar. The massive body slowly sank into the bottom of the trench. The false altar collapsed without its energy supply. The divine core fragment inside the ocean attribute drifted out. I reached out, grabbed the fragment, and fused it into the Godslayer robe. A hint of deep blue now ran through the robe's gray patterns. Waterproof, pressure-resistant, the ability to control water instantly unlocked. 3 months later, Cloud City's reconstruction officially began. A new city rose from the former ruins. Building blueprints, parsed by the all-knowing cube. Balanced defense and living. The molten dragon's lava control. Paved roads and built walls. The plague source purified the polluted land and water. Survivors each found their roles. Awakened ones formed a guard, protecting the city from mutated creatures. I sat in the council hall, remodeled from Titan Stone Mountain. Before me were survivor representatives from all over the globe. The Ice Queen from the Northern Winter Kingdom. The leader of the Western Mechanized. The fishing leader from the Eastern Seas.
Shen Yi, you killed a god, destroyed the false altar. We all acknowledge you as the new leader of this world. But we don't want to be controlled by any power again. Not even you.
The Godslayer robe transformed into a simple black trench coat. The golden light of the insightful I receded. I never wanted to control anyone. I raised my hand. The all-knowing cube projected a global map, marked with countless small altars and mutated creature locations. The future world has no gods, no rulers, only collaborators. We share information, trade resources, face any potential crisis together. I looked out the window. The sky was blue, but with an extremely subtle spatial ripple, captured by the all-knowing cube, a signal from deep space. The gods are dead, but the universe holds countless higher-dimensional worlds. I said gravely, they might be observing Earth, or planning a new invasion. What we're building isn't the old civilization. It's a fortress for humanity to withstand all external threats. Just then, the molten dragon flew to the window, landed on the council hall roof, its wings blocking the sky. Its scales, interwoven gold and black, shimmered in the sun. Between its brows, a core pulsed slowly, containing the four powers: chaos, light, machine, ocean. I'll train more awakened, optimize the cube's processing. The molten dragon will evolve too. I looked at them, determined. From today, humanity's fate is in our own hands. Any force that dares covet Earth, be it God or higher dimensional being, they will all pay in blood from a distance. Children are running and playing in the square. Adults are working in the fields and factories. Cooking smoke rises, drifting over the rebuilt homes among the ruins. And I know this is not the end, but a new beginning. The data stream of the omniscient cube is still parsing cosmic signals. The evolution of the demon dragon has no end. The bone-cleaving knife in my hand is already ready for the next fight for the human world. For the dignity of no longer being playthings. A faint, almost imperceptible golden light flashes across the sky. It's the last residual signal from Altar 000, but it instantly dissipates upon touching the demon dragon's aura. After deicide, humanity is reborn, and the universe's stage has only just begun to open for us. I stand atop the council tower of Nebula City. My fingertip traces the holographic star chart projected by the omniscient cube. In 3 months, Earth's reconstruction has shown initial results. Impact-resistant alloy walls now stand on former ruins. The demon dragon's lava power forged a continent-spanning transport network. The plague source purified half the polluted zones and the false saint's armor. The chaos moon of the god-devouring form became the firmest shield over Nebula City. But the omniscient cube's red alert never stopped flashing. Detected high-risk gravitational waves from deep space, frequency matching the residual signals from the god's control room. Estimated arrival at the solar system's edge in 72 hours. A cold electronic voice echoes. In my mind, a dark purple trajectory on the star chart rides like a venomous snake. Analysis result. High-dimensional plunderer, void herders, feed on the psychic energy of lower-dimensional civilizations. Ice Queen Aishas. Crystal hair frosts over with cold. Mechanical cyborg leader, iron skeletons. Gear joints emit a grating screech. Easter fisherman leader, Highlongs, hand gripping. The trident veins bulge. Behind them are elite awakened from across the globe. Windwalkers controlling hurricanes. Earth giants splitting the ground. Assassins melding with shadows. The auras of tens of thousands intertwine.
Xinyan, how strong are they?
Aisha's voice carries a tremble like cracking ice. She has seen the terror of the lava titan, but never imagined danger from the stars. I raise my hand. The omniscient cube unfolds, projecting a simulation of the void herders. They are energy beings without physical form. Shapes like twisted nebulae, their cores flickering with dark matter. Light that devours all, followed by countless ships made of. A starship forged from black hole, or its cannons can vaporize a planet instantly. To them, gods are just chickens that lay eggs. I said grimly, and we are... The ripe psionic fruit in their eyes. The demon dragon circled the tower's peak. Its kilometer-long body blotted out the sky. 3 months ago, I was just an unemployed guy, dumped by my ex. Now I must shoulder the duty to protect Earth. But I know, there's no retreat in this fight. Win or die. The plan has 3 steps. I turn to the others. First, build the solar system defense line. Ironbones, I need you to lead the mechanized legion. Turn the moon into a weapons platform. Use omnicores. Computing power to optimize the railguns. Aisha, you use your ice power to freeze the asteroid belt. Highlong, you command the ocean awakeners. Activate the undersea volcanic chain. Create a magma shield. Second, cultivate the psionic army. I tossed out dozens of divine remnant shards. These are trophies from destroying 3 false altars. These shards can enhance awakeners' power levels. Everyone absorb and fuse them now. Breakthrough within 24 hours. Third, the decapitation strike. My gaze fell on the demon dragon. Its scales shimmered with a dark gold glow, thrumming with excitement. The dragon and I will take a starship. Straight to the Void Herders' flagship. Destroy their core hub. Ironbones was the first to kneel on one knee. My mechanical body shall be Earth's shield. My ice shall seal the invader's path. Aisha's crystal robe billowed without wind. My ocean's fury shall drown all foes. Highlong's trident stabbed the ground, sending out ripples of water. Tens of thousands of awakeners roared in unison. The sound made Ishtar's windows buzz. I knew then we were no longer survivors fighting alone, but Earth's guardians fighting side by side. 24 hours later, on the lunar surface, Ironbone's mechanized legion had completed the weapons platform transformation. thousands of railguns aimed into deep space, their muzzles flickering with blue-white electricity. Aisha stood at the edge of the asteroid belt. With a wave, billions of tons of ice coalesced into an unbroken wall, enough to encircle the entire solar system. Meanwhile, the deep sea, detonating over 100 volcanoes. Dark red magma plumes erupted through the ocean surface, forming a thick magma shield outside the atmosphere. I stood on the newly built bridge of the Lion God. This starship was forged from Omni-Core, Titan, alloy, and Demon Dragon scales. It can withstand a black hole's gravity field. The dragon coiled on the bridge. The energy pod in the rear is devouring the last fragment of the god core, an ocean attribute. Its size surges once more, wingspan reaching a staggering 5 kilometers. Void Shepherd detected. Fleet entering the edge of the solar system. 100,000 kilometers to the defense line. The Omni-Cube's alarm sounds. On the bridge's holographic screen, dark purple fleets swarm like locusts, blotting out the sky. Fire. I give the order. Earth's orbital cannons fire simultaneously. Beams of blue, energy slash through the deep space, piercing towards the Void Shepherd's fleet. The asteroid belt's ice wall erupts instantly. Countless ice chunks turning into high-speed meteors crashing into enemy ships. Magma erupts from the undersea volcanic belt, forming a shield at the solar system's periphery. A dark red barrier. Enemy ship cannons' energy beams strike the shield, igniting a sky of sparks. But the Void Shepherd's power far exceeds expectations. Their warship hulls can absorb energy attacks. The orbital cannon's bombardment only leaves faint marks. The dark matter tentacles they release easily tear through the ice wall, turning tens of thousands of ice blocks into dust. More terrifying, they can manipulate gravity, drawing the magma from the shield toward their own ships, converting it into energy. The defense line is collapsing. Iron Child's voice is urgent. Their dark matter tentacles can devour all energy. I watch the screen, the constantly falling defense line. My gaze hardens. Aisha, use extreme cold to freeze the dark matter. Hylong, draw seawater to form vacuum water columns. Wash over their fleet. Iron Sea, concentrate all orbital cannons to attack weak points in their fleet. The energy conduit beneath the flagship. Aisha responds immediately. She pushes her power to the limit. The asteroid belt's temperature plummets to minus 200 degrees Celsius. The dark matter tentacles become rigid in the low temperature. Movement speed greatly reduced. Hylong then draws water from all the planet's oceans, forming dozens of vacuum water columns, each 10 kilometers in diameter, crashing like giant dragons into the Void Shepherd's warships, scattering their formation. Seizing the opportunity, Iron Skeleton has all orbital cannons simultaneously target the enemy flagship's energy conduit. Blue energy beams pour down like a torrential rain. Boom! The enemy flagship's energy conduit is hit, erupting in a blinding purple light. The fleet's attack pace noticeably slows. Now, I shout to the Demon Dragon. God Devourer, maximum power. The starship's engines erupt with ghostly green flames. Like a black lightning bolt, it breaks through the magma shield, charging straight for the enemy flagship. The Void Shepherd senses our intent. Dozens of warships closed in, dark matter tentacles snaking. Like vipers, the Demon Dragon's breath was a hellfire. The Void Shepherd let out a piercing shriek. Dark purple energy scattered everywhere. I seized the moment to unleash the plague source. Green poison mist seeped through the cracks in the core hub, corroding its internal structure. The Demon Dragon charged over and clamped its jaws onto the core hub. Chaos flames raged wildly, converting dark matter into energy to devour. The core hub's collapse triggered a chain reaction. The enemy flagship began to disintegrate. A dark purple energy storm swept through the entire fleet. Those ships, having lost the core hub's control, descended into chaos, being destroyed one by one by the moon's orbital cannons and the icy meteors from the asteroid belt. The Demon Dragon and I weaved through the energy storm, hunting down the remaining Void Shepherds. The dragon devoured vast amounts of dark matter energy, its size swelling once more, reaching 10,000 meters in length. The star patterns on its scales grew more distinct. The core between its brows flickered with a multicolored light. My Godslayer armor also absorbed the dark matter energy, unlocking a new skill, Void Step, allowing free teleportation through space. 3 days later, peace returned to the solar system. The Void Shepherd fleet was completely annihilated. We brought the fragments of the core hub back to Earth as a power source to enhance psionics. I stood on the bridge of the Lion God, looking down at the blue planet below. Nebulous cities' walls gleamed in the sunlight. The moon's orbital cannons still scanned the ascent vigilantly. The asteroid belt's ice wall and the magma shield outside the atmosphere remained intact. The data stream from the Omni-Cube showed, awakened across the globe, absorbing the energy fragments of the Void Shepherds, their ability levels soaring. Iron Bone's mechanical legions were repairing the moon's weapon platforms. Aisha was reinforcing the asteroid belt's ice wall. Hylong was cleansing the oceans of dark matter residue. The Demon Dragon landed atop the starship. That was a good fight. Let's do it again. I smiled. Let's go home, I said to the dragon. The Godslayers set course for Earth. Sunlight bathed the bridge, warm and brilliant. I gazed at Earth below, my heart filled with resolve. The gods are dead. The shepherds are gone. From now on, Earth's fate is in our own hands. And I, Chunyi, will lead my companions to continue guarding this land, facing more challenges from the cosmos. A new era has just begun.